Hey there everyone, this is Sal the investor back at it again. Hope everyone is doing well today. Kind of a mid-market, midweek update. I just would like to get this out of the way. Please like and subscribe, support the channel, share this with as many people as possible, as it is how I'm showing you can make money with limited funds on trading. Also, I am not a financial advisor, although I am a licensed broker. We are two different things. A financial advisor has your well-being, a broker does not. Just remember, brokers are out for the commission. Just want to keep that in mind. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I am a licensed broker. Huge difference. Anyway, let's get on with the day. As of right now, crypto's kind of a mixed bag. I have a couple of my things highlighted here that's kind of up for the day so far. But for the week, and something we're going to take a look at today, we're looking at Quant right now. And there's a lot of opportunity going on in there. If you haven't been in the loop on it, its last week has been on quite the rise the last couple of weeks. So let's go ahead and talk about that for a second here. But before we actually do want to go over that, I do want to go over our portfolio update. So if you look right here, we are up to almost 7,000 off of our test portfolio. Now I will also show you the uphold part that has part of this. This is kind of spread out over many areas. Right now XRP is at 22%, Quant is at 13%, DOT is at 10%, and this was a reading as of early this morning. However, Quant right now is at like 900 something, so it might be going up a little bit. And as you see, the rest of the holdings are here, as well as equity positions and thereabouts. So we go back over here, we'll go back over to Quant, but before I show that, I want to show you, yes, here is the actual account too. As you can see here, here's all some of the holdings, as half of this is kind of split in a wallet, an XRP Ledger wallet to spend on, of course, future NFTs when we're ready. But just to show you that this is real money that we are testing with and experimenting with, so there are real losses and real gains on this. So when we go back to this, as you can see, this total right here is real, very real. So, but I'm showing you how with a $50,000 yearly salary that you can invest. And right now we're a little over halfway with the year, and we're almost up to the 7,000 mark. Our target is to get to 10,000 this year, and we can see if we do it. We're slowly right now pacing. It looks like we should be pacing ahead. Now, when you're doing something like this, I want to make sure that you guys understand you have to respect the process. So make sure you pay your monthly bills first. Limit your monthly expenses down as much as you can, and then whatever's left over, always keep about a couple $100s for yourself, and then try to invest as much as you possibly can without fear of risk. So how we're going to leverage our risk in here when you're doing this is you're going into dividend yielding equity accounts, as well as a Wealthfront IRA, which I haven't really checked in on yet, but as you can see, this is kind of slowly eclipsing this. But you got 67% exposure to crypto and 33% exposure to equities. So this is going to be kind of interesting as we get into year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, as to how this portfolio is going to actually can make money, and anyone can make money at any stage. So if we go back to this, let's talk about Quant for a little bit here. You see, this is the whole time, but if we go over the last 3 months, you see here we started in the low hundreds, but somewhere around here we dipped. Like we dipped here, we went back up. Now we're kind of dipping again. And I think the lowest point was, yep, right around here. Where is it here? Yeah, there's a low point right around here. It kind of dips up again, and we kind of go down, and we're just kind of been on the rise since. Right here was right about where I got in. I got in about 45, not close to that this dip here, but more like right around 45.70. I think was the target I bought at. So, but this shows a good opportunity. If you look year to date, we're still down, as the high from beginning of January to now is dang near almost $200, and we crashed all the way down. So we lost 75% of that value pretty much, and now we're gaining it back. We are right now, if we look at today, we're right now at 82. It's saying kind of blipping up and down, back and forth. throughout the day over, I think the last huge bounce between 85 and 89. But let's go into why this was expanding. Now, as I was saying, like Bank of America is kind of networking with this, but not really doing it on the quiet sidelines. But I do know they have a lot of work going on in London as far as with building the UK's stablecoin on there. I think that's part of what's making it jump right now, but it's been on the upward incline. If you look here for the week, we're up 34%, 68% for the month, which is just insane because you're going from 42 up to a high of 88.44, and it briefly touched 89, but it hasn't gotten there yet. Even in a year with its all-time high of 376, it still beats the 68.69 it started coming at 365 days ago. But if you look at other, let's take some news here. As you can see here, people are trying to get that $90 breakout, but there was something here. Gains. We don't really need to care about gains, but bullish reversal pattern. No, I don't think they have it in here. I think I just saw it in MSN's regular news, but they had a lot of good projects that kind of went underway. But let's just go back to the overview. Let's see if we can get to their. So we can get to yes, this is what I want. I want to get to their actual website. I'm gonna go ahead and accept those cookies. This is kind of bad radio, but let's see here what we do. So digital currencies, payments, kind of doing the whole interoperability thing. What they're supposed to be doing is bridging everything together, so that way you don't have to work on different move stuff around, take a lot of costs. The whole goal is to make everything talk to each other in a fluid fashion that's unnoticeable to you. Now, what drives me to this is that its maximum supply, which I think it's still loading in some data here, but its maximum market supply was ridiculously low. If I could find it. But the maximum supply is like 214 million, which is way less or something like that. Here it is, 12 million. I think that's what it was, 14 million. I'm sorry. Max supply of 14,612,493 tokens. So it's going to have, I think, half the amount of even Bitcoin tokens with deflationary part to it that's going to allow it to keep growing in price. So, but what this is going to be a bridge token and kind of the equipment to bridge everything together so that all your projects on all these different blockchains that are somewhat the same but different can work and communicate to each other, which would be amazing. You can avoid the Ethereum gas fees and all that fun stuff with this. They're marketing it as a deflationary asset and as a currency, not as a security, but this more than likely, with how regulations are going to pan out over the next 5 years, this is looking like it's going to be unregistered security, but who knows? But be prepared for that. However, with that said, I expect this to be on the next bull run. So, people are saying like 10,000, people are saying 15. I'm thinking we're looking at between $1,500 and $2,000 is my price target on this. Because if we go year to all, it should double this price target. So if we go back here and we go, let's go to week market cap and check out Bitcoin here, and then we go to all once this loads up. So you see, this is your first breakout point, right, with Bitcoin. First real solid breakout. That's where Quant is. Quant's that little part's like right here. So we should have this mimic this phase. So if you look, we go up, we kind of come down, go stagnant. This is the kind of the progress I expect with Quant, where we'll have these highs and lows. So now you see we're dropping off that W. I have a feeling we're going to go a little higher. Just a little higher with it, with Quant, because if you look here, you kind of like we just kind of got down that first drop at $300, almost $400. So we should be, well, we dropped a little bit more, but we should be going real high. If I can get this to work here, yeah. So we should be going real high. Like it should start to go up and level off like right here, then drop again, and then stagnate for a long time, and then hit that rise again. That's if it follows the Bitcoin path, which a lot of cryptos seem to follow. Now, the only other thing that can really affect this is if retail investors get a hold of this, because right now it's just big money that's kind of in it. There is someone from the Rothschild Foundation as well as JP Morgan in this, and of course Bank of America is working with them as well. So there's a lot of crazy money involved in this. It's going to be real crazy if retail investors grab a hold of this and start investing. Right now, hardly anybody's really investing. You got some good YouTubers that I like to follow that are on it, like Crypto Mason and that. He's pretty on point with it, and I think this is going to be a good buy for you on this. So shout out to him. He really follows this along with XRP and HBAR, and I do think this should be part of your portfolio. Speed and interoperability should be the key parts of your portfolio. So it is on my regular buy. So every 2-week buy, we have Quant, XRP, and HBAR. That's what's on there. That's what's on our regular buy cycle. And if we look, give me 1 second. And if we look closely at it, we'll see here that we can still expect a large amount of gains on it. Now, it is something that I'm hedging our recession proof on. I would say that you can still see some downturn in this, even though it's starting to spike up. But you can still see some downturn on this and still make some good amount of money on this trade. Just remember, we're holding for the long term, not for the short term. So we're kind of looking at a 5-year growth on this, not really something we're going to make in 1 week or 2 weeks. Well, that's it, and I do apologize, guys. If you hear some banging around, that is my lumbering German Shepherd. He is kind of walked his way into the room and is banging into everything. So, shout out if you like German Shepherds. Let's go back to this here. Obviously, you see these are the top 3 that we're going to keep dollar cost averaging in. When you have gains like this, you don't want to overgrow. You don't want to put $500 in on this. You want to put a little bit, and then try to find like this here. So what I did yesterday, on this Monday actually, was I put money into Quant, XRP, and HBAR into my own portfolio, my private portfolio, and then what I did was I put a large dump into Polkadot, because at hovering under $7, it's a real good choice and a real good idea to just try to get as much of this as you can, because even if you're getting like $300-400 grabs, you're going to get a lot of tokens, and when it goes back up to $20-30, you can kind of cash out some profits and move elsewhere for you. But Polkadot is one of my also long-term holds. I do have it staked as well as Atom as well, but just not on Uphold, just kind of staked on some other accounts. That said, as you know, we're checking out this guy. The test portfolio's equity thing still kind of running a little strong. Our real estate shares are starting to increase, which is good. Still making money on AT&T, but the whole point is we need to get that money on those dividends and grow the dividend yields. As far as using Robinhood for crypto, I still don't think it's a good idea. Yeah, because it's hard to transfer out. Though, I guess it technically could be under the FDIC insurance or the SPIC insurance. But they have announced that they have it back money in separate accounts to cover losses if they should ever declare bankruptcy. But I still recommend Robinhood. I still recommend Robinhood for great uses on it. You know, this really is just going to be a short video today. Just kind of want to get this out there real quick. But I would say, you know, you want to get these guys in. You want to start investing right now, even with the recession looming, even with maybe even a depression looming. But you want to get into the market right now, even if you're just dollar cost averaging all the way through for the next 2-3 years. This is probably the time frame that you can change your current wealth status. If you're a thousandaire, you'll be a millionaire. If you're a millionaire, you might be 100 millionaire. If you're 100 millionaire, you might become a billionaire if you're investing right in this time. And I think Quant is the way to go. I also think XRP is the way to go. I think HBAR is the way to go. Hydera. I do think Quant, Quant is the way to go. I do think Link, Polkadot, and Atom are good and strong investments. I do think Cardano. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Cardano is a good way to go. My goodness, it's bad radio, but my freaking throat is dry. So, with that said, respect the process. Respect to do your research. Always do your research. Try to make sure you're staying on top of everything that you're watching. But the number one thing I think is don't overwatch, because if you try to watch too many things, you'll miss out on some of the minute details, and you could end up losing a lot of money. Don't get wrapped up in those meme stocks, those meme coins. Don't do any of that. As you can see on Coinbase, if we go back, we got 20,000 cryptos, and of those, 99% of them are probably graveyard tokens. So just keep that in mind. Not every crypto is going to make you a lot of money, but always stay tuned, keep watching, keep growing. Remember to respect the process, because when you don't respect the process, that's when you're going to lose a lot of money. With that said, thank you guys. Like and subscribe.